Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field for Catholic Central League Baseball. St. Mary's entertaining Matignon. Two state tournament teams. St. Mary's coming off a big win qualifying, picking up their 10th win. They're 10-5. They're 10-6 overall, but one game towards the state tournament is an exempt because they played Malden Catholic, a Division I team, so for all intents and purposes, they're 10-5. Matignon having a great year. They're 12-2. Lee Pacheco on the mound for the Spartans. The first pitch is high and tight to Mike Norton, the second baseman for Matignon. Drills it to left field. Just went foul. About a foot foul. Hung on the line most of the way down and just pulled foul by about a foot. Norton hit it well. Looked like he had a base hit starting the ball game. A little pop. What a play by the shortstop. Capola takes a base hit away from Norton. A long run, stretched across his body as far as he could, and just got a piece of it and held on. What a great play to start the ball game by the shortstop, Jared Capola. That's an ESPN highlight. So Norton goes back to the bench shaking his head. He missed extra bases by about a foot, and then he got robbed of a base hit by Capola. Tim Connors, the center fielder, is the hitter. Straight up in the air. Everybody looking around. Nobody gets it. It's going to be a base hit. I don't know if they lost it in the sky. Shortstop, third baseman, pitcher all around it. It drops for a base hit. It's a line drive on the box score, but it's a base hit because nobody touched it. Cal Donahue to shortstop. He almost picked him off at first base. So Norton gets robbed of a hit. He's shaking his head in the dugout saying Connors hits a pop-up to the infield. His drops for a base hit. We got action going on as usual at Manning Field. I think that's that flag football league that they started a while ago. Took something off the breaking ball and it broke down and away. This is a rare Sunday afternoon game. Nice play by Pacheco to second for one, and they'll turn the double play. Pacheco's a shortstop when he's not pitching. Nice turn in the middle by Capola. Hard shot by Donahue, and turned into an easy 1-6-3 double play. So that pop-up that fell for a hit goes by the boards. Even with the hit, Pacheco only faces 3 in the inning. So Matignon is down. And you saw that as soon as it was hit. A shot, we mentioned Pacheco, a shortstop, fielded it. As soon as he fielded it, it was history. Made the good throw. Capola made his second play in the inning, making a nice turn in the middle. And the 1-6-3 ends the inning. Bill Toomey will be on the mound for Matignon. He'll face Josh Mateo, the left fielder, leading off. Aiden Lyden will play second and bat second. The first baseman, Anthony Nikolakakis, will bat third. In the cleanup spot is the catcher, John Mulready. Pitching and batting fifth, Lee Pacheco. The right fielder, Anthony Bono, will hit in the sixth spot. Batting seventh and playing third base, Lou Vidal. Jared Capola, who made those nice plays in the top of this inning. The shortstop will bat eighth. And Tommy Cash will bring up the tail end of the batting order. Batting ninth and playing center field. Neither team using a designated hitter. Mannion, a little bit of a trip, but Sunday is not too bad. During the week, it might be a little bit of a hassle getting here for maybe a 4 o'clock game coming from Cambridge. But not too bad. Early Sunday, 1 o'clock start. Derek Dana had a good week this week. His team won the last game, qualifying for the state tournament. And he was at the Grace Regato softball field yesterday watching Lynn Classical and his daughter Maddie win their 10th game, and they qualified for the state tournament classical. One the count on the first 2 pitches to Josh Mateo. Josh, one of those multi-athletes at St. Mary's. Hit on the ground into center field for a base hit. He's played very well this year for the Spartans, both offensively and defensively. Aiden Lyden swung the bat well this year. They squeeze in looking for a bunt. He squares, takes the pitch, and they send the runner. He's in with a stolen base. They get pitch bounced off the catcher, couldn't handle it. Lyden wasn't really bunting. He was just protecting the runner. Not that he might not still bunt, but that play was to protect the runner going. So St. Mary's doesn't run him in scoring position right away. The first hitter. Swing and a miss. That time he tried to bunt more for a base hit, and it winds up a strikeout. He tried to bunt for a hit, trying to push it down first. It winds up a strikeout. So kind of unusual to see him try to bunt with 2 strikes. Anthony Nikolakakis has had some big hits. He's swinging the bat well. He's the leading hitter, I would guess. He's got a lot of hits. The game they played against Salem here, we got 4 hits, and the big one was in the bottom up to 7th, knocking in the run that won the game. The runner takes off a third, the ball's fouled to the screen. Mateo had third base stolen. Chop to second base. Norton will throw out Nikolakakis. And they were sorry that Nikolakakis hit that foul ball in the pitch before. Mateo would have stolen third. That ground ball would have scored a run. Instead, it puts Mateo at third for John Mulready, the catcher. He's had some big hits for St. Mary's this year. Chops it, big hop to the third baseman. And they throw it away. They bounced it to first base. Mulready will reach on the error. St. Mary's will get on the board. Third baseman had a lot of time. A big hop. And he bounced it to the first baseman. And the first baseman is down. I didn't see anywhere what there was no collision or he was stretching. I think he might have stretched too far and pulled something or did something. They were looking for Miss Gagnon, the trainer, but she's not here. One of the few times. First baseman Joe Barros, the only thing I can imagine is he had his foot draped on the bag trying to make the play, and he might have caught it on the back of the bag as he stretched to try and pick that throw that was in the turf. It bounced loose, and he went down, and he's in a lot of pain. He's being helped to the bench. Jesse Capstead is the new first baseman. So we wish our thoughts and our prayers go out to Joe Barros. We hope he's going to be okay. That's a terrible play to get hurt on. Lee Pacheco was the hitter. With Moretti at second, the run scored on the error. Pacheco can help himself here with a base hit. Down and in, off the catcher. That's going to move Moretti over to third. The wild pitch. So 90 feet closer goes Moretti with 2 outs. The sun comes out bright. St. Mary's was supposed to play here yesterday against Winchester. It got rained out. And the forecast today was good in the morning, and right around between 1 and 5 it was supposed to rain. Swing and a miss. Pitch in on the hands. As usual, we got 3 or 4 baseballs stuck up in the screen. 5 of them, I believe. They're all over the place. Hit right back to the mound. Toomey makes the play over to Capstead. But St. Mary's steals a run. Mateo would manufacture one. A base hit, a stolen base, a grounder to the right side, and an error. And Lee Pacheco will take the mound and pitch an inning for the first time with a lead. St. Mary's 1. Matignon nothing at the end of 1. Brian Shaughnessy, the catcher. 4, 5, and 6 for Matignon. They got a runner on in the first inning, but Pacheco started the 1-6-3 double play and only faced 3 hitters in the inning. Dropped on the corner. Nice off-speed curveball. Pacheco has been outstanding on the mound for St. Mary's this year. Hit off Pacheco's glove. Lydon can't handle it. We'll call it an infield hit. I thought it was going to be 1-4-3 for the putout, but went way over by the second base bag. They had a tough time throwing Shaughnessy out. Down away for a ball. I don't think Jesse Capstead thought he would be in this situation. Batting in the second inning, he was rushed into service when the first baseman got hurt. Down and away for a ball. And again, we hope Joe Barros is going to be okay. I saw Derek Dana on the phone. I don't know if they called for an ambulance or they called for some help. Magnon's brought a few fans sitting behind the dugout. Made the trip from Cambridge. A few St. Mary's fans. You mentioned a rare Sunday afternoon. On the inside corner for a strike. Let's see what Capstead does now with the count his way, 3-1. He slices into right field for a base hit. The runner will hold at second. So we went the other way with it. Back-to-back hits by Mattignon to start the second inning. Matt Veltrano, the third baseman, will be the hitter. In for a strike. Vidal is shutting up at third. Didn't show bunt. Hit foul off the catcher. That flag football over there, they block off Manning Field. They do it from sideline to sideline. And they make it like 3 or 4 fields and games going on at the same time. They have leagues there. They have a tournament there. Swing and a miss for a big strikeout. One away for Derek Gavin, the left fielder. Hit the shot. They flip it for one. They get two. Another double play ends the inning. This one's 6-4 to 3. Nice turn in the middle by Lydon. So St. Mary's using the double play to perfection. Pacheco got the big strikeout. And then the pitcher's best friend. 6-4-3. 2 double plays in 2 innings. This time they wiped 2 off the base pass. They got base hits to start the inning. 2 of them. And they're shut out again in the inning. Lee Pacheco says thank you to his defense. That was hit sharply right at Coppola. He's made 3 plays of the 6 outs. Actually, he's got 4 plays. He's got 2 putouts and 2 assists. He gets an assist and a putout on the 1-6-3. He gets an assist there, and he made that great play on the pop into short left field. So he's had a career in the first 2 innings. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for the Spartans. Anthony Bono, Lou Vidal, Jared Coppola. Anthony Bono, we keep mentioning and is very well worth mentioning. The hockey career he's had this year. Globe All-Scholastic, Herald All-Scholastic, made the All-Massachusetts team. I believe he was the team MVP for St. Mary's as well. You'll see this after the fact, but he's one of the many 100 young athletes that we're going to honor tonight at our annual TV 15 party. All of the winter sports. Basketball, hockey, track, swimming, volleyball, football. Lined in the left field for a base hit. That gets by the left field. He was off the line. All the way to the fence. Bono around second. Going to easily go into third with a stand-up triple. For a left-handed hitter, the left fielder was well off the line. And Bono finds a spot just inside the foul line, all the way down to the foul line against the fence. Easily into third with a triple. So St. Mary's, for the second inning in a row, gets the leadoff hitter on. This one a little closer to home plate. Lou Vidal, the third baseman, will be the hitter. He lines it to right field. It's going to bounce in front of the right fielder. And for all you young kids at home, Anthony Bono just did the picture-perfect play. He was at third base, the line drive to right field. He stayed right on the bag. If it's caught, he tags up and scores. If it bounces, he scores. He didn't go halfway down to wait, so that if it was caught, you have to go back and not score. So picture-perfect base running by Anthony Bono. And St. Mary's has grabbed a 2-0 lead. Jared Capola, we mentioned he's got 2 assists, 2 putouts in 2 innings, is the hitter. Hits it high in the air to short center field. Long run for the center fielder. Coming on is Timmy Cornish to make the play for the first out in the 2nd inning. Tommy Cash, the center fielder. Tommy does some pitching on occasion for St. Mary's. In for a strike. Fans can finally come to the ballpark in short sleeves and shorts. Not have to wear heavy jackets and scarves. And Vidal took off. The ball is punched foul towards the St. Mary's dugout. The weather has been absolutely atrocious. We were so glad to see April go, and then May came, and May wasn't much better. With the damp and the cold and the winds, young athletes had virtually no chance to get loose at all. Most of the time, it took them a long time just to get outdoors. Some of the teams, the first time they outdoors was the first game they played. Again, Vidal takes off. He's going to get one out at first base. Took off again. Cash fouled it off again. Off the catcher. Vidal will take off. Throw way wide. He's in easy. So the wild pitch puts him in scoring position. Top of the order, Josh Mateo on deck. 1 out, 1 run in. St. Mary's leading at 2-0 here in the 2nd inning. High for a ball. Good at bat by Tommy Cash. Staying alive, fouling pitches off. Swing and a miss. Chased that one that was down and away. Second strikeout for Toomey. Josh Mateo singled and scored the run in the 1st inning. I guess St. Mary's off and running. Toomey was about to deliver. Mateo wasn't ready. He asked for time. They gave it to him. And now they have time called out. Lou Vidal tying his shoe. So we're back to baseball. Dropping down and in for a ball. Line to the left center field. He's got another base hit. Around first. He'll be in with a double. Josh Mateo swinging the bat. Little 2-out lightning for St. Mary's. So they double their front in the second inning. They got one in the first. They got two here in the second. Mateo is at second. Lydon, the hitter. High for a ball. He struck out swinging his first trip. Mateo swinging the bat. Two solid hits. Drilled into center field for a base hit. They cut off the throw. Mateo scores his second run. Lydon comes up big with 2 outs. Two big 2-out hits, a double by Mateo, a single by Lydon after Vidal had singled in a run. And all of a sudden, it's 4-0. Anthony Nikolakakis bounced to second base. Ducks under that pitch that was way inside. On the inside corner for a strike. Mannion should be carrying the Irish flag. I'm looking at corners. Donaghy, Shaughnessy, Toomey, O'Leary, McGuire, Burns, Downey. It's like St. Mary's is playing the Irish Republic. Taking off on the pitch, Nikolakakis hits it high in the air. The center fielder over to left center field. Connors makes the play. But a lot of damage done by St. Mary's. The triple and a single to start the inning, but then two big 2-out hits by Mateo and Lydon. The other RBI for Vidal. St. Mary's gets 3 in the inning. And it's St. Mary's giving Lee Pacheco a 4-0 lead over Mattignon going into the third inning. 8-9-1 for Mattignon as we start the third inning. Lee Pacheco now a little more breathing room as it's 4-0. Bill Toomey the pitcher, so pitcher against pitcher here. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball by him. Hit foul back and out of play. Solid shot to left center field. Long run for Cash. He's not going to get there. It was as high as it was deep off the bat of Toomey. He's got a double. So for the second inning in a row, Mattignon gets the leadoff hitter on. And they've got their second runner as far as second base. Both times has been with no outs. They had 2 consecutive hits in the second. Now they get the double to start the third. Jared Colon, the right fielder, is the hitter. Pops straight up in the air. It winds up in the screen. That one comes back. And it knocked another one off. So that was doing double duty, that foul ball. Good off-speed curveball. Had him backing away and it dropped in. Pacheco with a long look. Almost threw it in the center field. Coppola saved that one. Hit in the air. That's going to make it up in the seats, I believe. The 0-2 pitch once again, up and coming. High for a ball. Top of the order, Mike Norton, the second baseman, on deck. Line to center field. Cash coming on, makes the play. Stayed up just long enough for Cash to go get it. Colon hit it pretty well, but hit it right at the center fielder, and he was able to go get it. One away. Mike Norton led off the ball game, thinking he had a base hit with a shot down the left field line that was about a foot foul. Then he thought he had a base hit, hit a little pop-up into left field. Coppola went back and made the play of the month. Long run out into short left field, over his shoulder, reaching across his body, picked off the pop-up for the out. He gets the bunt down. Pacheco does the nice. He was bunting for a hit, not a sacrifice. They're down 4. But Pacheco, again, terrific fielder. Went and got it. He throws Norton out. He'll get credit for a sacrifice because he moved the runner up. So 2 outs. Tim Connors got a base hit, and he was promptly doubled up in that 1-6-3 double play. One of 2 that St. Mary's got in the first 2 innings. Hit to the backstop. So St. Mary's will break their streak of consecutive double plays in consecutive innings. They got first 2. Line to center field. Cash can't get there. It's by his glove. They're going to turn and go for 3. And they're going to get there with a triple. So 2-out Lightning for Matignon. Connors gets his second hit. Matignon gets on the board. Swing and a miss. Cal Donahue chased that pitch, tried to tomahawk it way up and in. He's been up once, and he hit it solid, but hit it right to the pitcher for a 1-6-3 double play. Nice job by Mulready to bounce way out to his right. That would have been a run coming home from third. Chop foul. Right to the third base coach. Hit in the left field. Matignon cuts it in half with another 2-out hit. Donahue comes through. Already out to talk to his pitcher. Brian Shaughnessy got a base hit. His one trip. You knew with Matignon 12-2, they weren't going to go easy. So they've cut the lead in half. In for a strike. On the corner for a strike again. Quick throw down to first. 0-2 quickly to Brian Shaughnessy, the catcher. Slices it foul over everything. I think that one left the ballpark. Hits it foul again, way down the right side over into that grassy knoll. Count stays 0-2. Shaughnessy hanging around. Waves at that pitch in the turf, and they'll throw him out at first. That off-speed breaking ball broke down, and he chased it. But Mattignon gets back in the game. They get a couple of big two-out hits. They put 2 on the board after the leadoff double by the pitcher Toomey. Pacheco picked up his second strikeout. And we'll move into the bottom half of the third inning. It'll be 4, 5, and 6, the middle of the order for St. Mary's. Toomey takes the mound now. Back in a little bit. He was down 4, now he's down 2. He helped himself with the big double, scoring the first run. That sun teases us every once in a while coming out. Then it ducks out. A lot of big clouds, a couple of dark clouds. We're hoping they skip right over and we can get this one in. At least 5 innings. We were here last week with Lynn Tech in the top of the 4th. Thought we were going to be okay. And terrific thunder, lightning, and very heavy rains. And that one was postponed and will be finished at a later date. John Moretti, Lee Pacheco, Anthony Bono, the 3 hitters to face Bill Toomey, starting his 3rd inning of work. John Moretti was involved in the first run. He hit with 2 outs. He hit a grounder to third, and the ball was thrown away at first. Mateo was able to come in and score. And on the play, it wound up knocking Joe Barrows, the first baseman, out of the game because he stretched a little too far, and he's stretched out now on the dugout bench. Pop foul back and out of play. And again, we hope he's going to be okay. Hope it was not as serious as it looked because they had to help him off. And I'm sure they're going to have to help him to the bus afterwards. That pitch dropped in. Nice pitch by Toomey. Just eased up and dropped it in. Here's that sun popping out again. High for a ball. Count evens at 2. Ripped in a left field for a base hit. Left center, to be exact. Right by the shortstop. Well, for the 3rd straight inning, St. Mary's has the leadoff hitter on. Lee Pacheco bounced to the pitcher, his 1 trip. hit to right field. Came in a step, backed up a step, hit virtually right at Jared Colon. Pacheco hit it well, hit it right at the right fielder. So one away. Anthony Bono hitting from the left side. Found a spot just inside the left field line. It rolled to the fence for a triple. He scored the first of those 3 runs in the second inning. Now the left fielder is moved well over to the foul line for him. Center fielder a step or 2 to his left center field. In for a strike. So he's 1 for 1 with a run scored. At first at bat, he handled the bat as well as he handled a hockey stick. Oh, 2 the count to the Spartan right fielder. Hit by the pitcher. Second baseman makes a very nice play. Takes a base hit away from Bono. Norton had to go way to his right. He was about a step to the right field side of second base, backhanded it, and gets the put on unassisted at second. That takes away a base hit. So instead of 2-1 and 1 out, it's a runner at first with 2 outs. Lou Bedell singled in a run and scored a run in that 3rd run inning. And the runner takes off, got a great pitch to run on. Way up and in. Bono easily steals second base. Well, Vidal with a chance for another RBI if he can get a base hit here. He's lined it into right field. Low for a ball. Nice stop by Shaughnessy, the catcher. So we've seen some very nice defense here in these first 3 innings. On the corner for a strike. Here we got Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. St. Mary's leading by 2, 4-2. Hits it foul. That's going to make it over everything. And out of play. Way high for a ball. The runner takes off for third. Ball 4. Bono steals third. Vidal draws a walk. First and third for Jared Capola, who flied out to center field. There's 1 trip. So you got to think Vidal's going, and you wonder what happens. What does Mattignon do if he goes with the runner at third? Bono can run. Vidal takes off. Nice stop by the catcher. Shaughnessy blocked that one. Saved a run there. Takes off the force in the infield at second. Second and third now. Down and away again. Shaughnessy had to pick that one too. On the inside corner for a strike. Hit in the left field for a base hit. They're sending Vidal to skip right by the left fielder. Around second. They hold him at third. So Coppola gets a couple of RBI. He'll go to third on the error by the left fielder. And St. Mary says, you got two, we'll get him right back. Again, 2-out Lightning. Four of their 6 runs have come with 2 outs. Tommy Cash struck out swinging his first trip. So Coppola, with all those defensive plays, comes up with an offensive play, a big 2-out hit. So that takes away that momentum that Magnon thought they had, cutting the lead to 4-2. St. Mary's got their 4-run cushion back. On the inside corner for a strike. Inside for a ball. And we got Deuces Wild again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs in for St. Mary's here in the 3rd inning. Hits it deep to right field. On his horse going back. Can't get there. All the way back to the warning track. Cash went a long way the opposite way. Their second 3-run inning. And the last 5 runs they've scored have come with 2 outs. Josh Mateo was singled twice, scored twice. Actually, he singled and doubled. Scored twice and knocked in a run. This is his 3rd time up in 3 innings. Wide for a ball. Three extra base hits for St. Mary's. Nice stop again by the catcher, Shaughnessy. Again, Shaughnessy goes to work. Mateo's on for the 3rd time. First walk given up. Second walk given up. Both of them in this inning. Aiden Lyden got one of those big 2-out hits, an RBI single up the middle. Down and away for a ball. Lyden's the 8th hitter in the inning. And when you consider the fact they had 2 outs and a runner at first, on the inside corner for a strike. So they had a runner at first with 2 outs, and Lyden is the 8th hitter in the inning. Missed inside. On the corner for a strike. And again, Deuces Wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. High for a ball. The runner steals second and third. Hits a shot foul, lines it into that grassy knoll behind first base. Talk about two-out lightning. The walk started this. The hit that led the inning was forced out. Swing and a miss. Well, they finally get out of the inning. St. Mary's sends 8 to the plate. They have their second 3-run inning. 5 of their last 6 have come with 2-out shots, and they lead it 7-2 over Matignon at the end of 3. Jesse Kempstead will lead it off. And we mentioned he's pressed in the service. Joe Barros just drove by us, the city worker that's here in charge of the field this Sunday. Just got the go-kart that they drive around here between Manning and Fraser and drove him out to the parking lot. Probably, his family's probably out there. Hit foul, that's going to make it up in the seats. So quickly, it's 2 strikes. Kempstead hit a shot in the right field for a base hit. Nice stop by Mulready on a pitch that broke down the turf. In for strike 3. Little late call, but rung him up. So it breaks the streak. Matignon, last 2 innings, have had the leadoff hitter on. Hit way up in the air. In the short right field. Lydon, he dropped it. Bolo was coming on to make the play. Lydon was trying to get it. Lydon dropped it. It'll be an error. First error on the Spartans. Derek Gavin hit it hard, hit it right at the shortstop. St. Mary's turned to 6-4-3 double play. They line it into the seats. They had the runner off and running with the pitch. Quick toss over. Off-speed curveball. Nice pitch by Pacheco. Gavin way out in front of that one. The runner takes off. Out at second. Capola did a great job. Already bounced it. It was to the shortstop side, so Pacheco, almost like he was fielding a ground ball, and tagged the runner going to second. Another nice play by Capola. Mulready got the throw there in a hurry. Hit the second base. Lydon will make the play. So even with the error, the first inning they get a base hit, only face 3. This inning they get an error, and they still only face 3. The error doesn't hurt. We'll move into the bottom half of the 4th. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Spartans. And this being Sunday, we're less than a week away. Friday of this week, will be the Clancy tournament right here at Frazier Field. Friday, 4 o'clock. I believe it's English and North Reading. I know the schools. I'm not sure whether they play first or second. English will play North Reading. Glasgow will play St. Mary's, this St. Mary's team. I'm assuming in the nightcap at 7 o'clock. And then we'll have the consolation game starting at noontime on Saturday and the championship round on Sunday. And the Clancy tournament is up there like a quarter of a century. They're like, I think it's up closing in on over 25, closing in on 30 years, the tournament. That same weekend down at the Grace Regato softball field, down at the Babe Ruth complex, it'll be double digits. I think it's like 12, 13, 14, the Holland tournament. And that'll be English, Glasgow, St. Mary's, and Swampscott in that one. That's Saturday night starting at 6. The doubleheader. And then Sunday morning at 11, consolation followed by the championship round. And then we're just about done with the regular season. There's a couple, I think St. Mary's has a couple of games that they play the following week, just before the brackets come out for the tournament. Anthony Nikolakakis is grounded to second and flied to center field. Down and in for a ball. So Jesse Kepstead is the new pitcher. And I just noticed because he's left-handed. Can't fool me. Hit deep to left field, starting in, now going back is Gavin, the left fielder. One up, one down. Tom Mulready's been on twice. Reached on error and got a base hit. So I'm assuming that Toomey, the pitcher, has gone to first base. Solid shot to right field. Moving a couple of steps to the right is Jared Colon. So 2 quick outs. Mulready hit it well. Lee Pacheco bounced to the pitcher and he hit a shot. And it's not going to be Lee Pacheco. It's going to be Jordan Kane hitting for Pacheco. Down and away for a ball. High for ball 2. Big black cloud right over the ballpark. Off to the right. Blue skies and puffy white clouds. Let's hope that holds off for at least another half inning. On 4 pitches, Jordan Kane draws a walk. Anthony Bono tripled and scored, reached on the fielder's choice, and scored. That after he reached in the fielder's choice, he stole second and stole third. Up and away for a ball. Off the catcher's glove. Kane, by the time he realized it, couldn't go. High for a ball. So we get 2 quick outs. In for a strike. I was going to say, after 2 quick outs, he walked the pinch hitter Kane. Fell behind 3-0 to Bono. Pops it up. That's going to be out of play. Up on the screen. Will it come back? Yes, it does. Didn't bring anything with him. There's still 5 caught up there. Last one up in the net brought one down. The runner takes off. Bono hits it well, foul, way down the right side, way out of play. I think that went over the wall. Look at Joe Barros. They drove him down. And he's down there sitting in the car waiting for somebody to come and get him, I guess. I guess his family is coming. They weren't here yet. They drove him out to the parking lot. They take off again. Bono hits it into right center field. Long run. And he makes the play, falling down. Jared Colon with a very nice, he had to run a long way. He was over by the line for a left-handed hitter. He had to go a long way to track that, dove and made the play. That's a very nice, as I mentioned before, some very nice defensive plays in this game. We're through 4. St. Mary's leading Matignon 7-2. John Mulready will go from behind the plate to the mound. Jordan Kane, who hit for Pacheco, will stay in the game and catch. Kyle Ouellette will take Mateo's place in left field. So Pacheco goes 4, gives up the 2 runs that were earned. 6 hits, didn't walk a batter, struck out 2. And he's on the cusp for the win if the score stands up. On the other side, Bill Toomey went 3, gave up 7. 6 of them earned, 8 hits. Walked 2, struck out 3. And he's on the verge of getting the loss unless Matignon can stage a comeback. So Toomey, who's now the first baseman, will lead off the 5th inning. 8-9-1 for Matignon. Way up and in for a ball. This is our first time seeing him already on the mound. High for a ball again. Swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. Toomey's been up once. He doubled and scored the first of the 2 they got in the 3rd inning. His first time against Mulready. Chased that high fastball and swung right through it. So after being down 2-0, Mulready comes back and evens it at 2-2. Swings right through the fastball. One away for Jared Colon. To right field, he's made a couple of nice plays in right field, especially the play to end the bottom of the 4th inning. Had to run a long way to track down Bono's shot. It looked like it was going to be extra bases. They checked with the base umpire to see if he swung. The pitch was down and in. He just held up. Hit foul back and out of play. This is a very important inning, although the black clouds have passed. So I don't think we really have to worry about it. But getting the top of the 5th inning would make this a complete game. Swing and a miss. Looked like he took a little bit off. We only had 5 strikeouts between the two teams in the first 4 innings. Mulready strikes out the 2 he faces. Mike Norton, the leadoff hitter, pop to short, and he was bunting for a hit. It turned out he got a sacrifice because the bunt moved a runner over. So he got credit for a sacrifice, even though he was trying to beat it out for a hit. Started to pull the trigger and held up. They check again. Again, they say no swing. Mulready can bring it. Just slowly takes his time, and at the last second, boom, it comes to the plate. Swing and a miss. Short stride and that snap of the arm. And he hit him on the shoulder. I felt that one. Tim Connors has singled, tripled in a run, and scored a run. He's been involved in both of the runs they've scored. Scoring one, knocking in the other. The runner takes off, and the throw goes almost into center field. And that's not Lydon at second base. I don't know if that's Bobby Alcock. St. Mary's made a few changes here. And we'll find out as they get up at bat. Swing and a miss. They haven't caught up to that fastball yet. Missing wide for a ball. 2 on the count to the Matignon center fielder. Missing up and away for a ball. So I think they finally came to pick up Mr. Barros. And again, we hope and pray he's going to be okay. Swing and a miss. Unfortunate for him, Mr. Barros, he got hurt in the one game that Miss Gagnon, the trainer, is not here. She does a great job for St. Mary's. Swing and a miss. Already strikes out the side. That might be his debut. I've never seen him on the mound before. He hit a batter, but he struck out 3. And it is now officially a game as we finished 4.5. So right now his line reads 3 strikeouts and a hit batsman. It'll be the bottom 3 in the order for the Spartans, as Kepstead will start his second inning of work. So I said that Toomey, the pitcher, went to first base. I realize now, looking over, he's gone to third base. And the third baseman, Petrino, is the first baseman. So we straighten that out. Lou Vidal has singled and walked. He knocked in a run and scored 2. He was involved in both of those 3-run innings. So he's 1 for 1 with 2 runs scored and a run knocked in. Missing wide for a ball. Lou Vidal, Jared Capola, Tommy Cash, the 3 scheduled hitters. Missing again. That one's in for a strike. We mentioned Mattignon. They've got a dozen wins. They were looking for a baker's dozen, 13. They're 12-2. St. Mary's looking to improve their seeding. They qualified for the tournament, that last win against Williams. Now they're looking to improve their seeding, winning a few more games. Hits it foul to the screen. That count goes full, 3-2. Hit foul again off the screen. We mentioned Derek Dana before. Derek Dana, the head guy, Tommy Donahue, Timmy Fowler, all 3 former very good St. Mary's athletes. Popped high in the air, and Petrano, the first baseman, runs out of real estate. It's over in that grassy knoll. So Vidal hanging around. Way down and in. Vidal draws a walk. Second walk given up by Capstead. First one came with 2 outs in the 4th, didn't hurt. This one starts the 5th. Jared Capola flied to center and got one of St. Mary's many 2-out hits. A base hit that knocked in 2 runs. And he came around to score in that 3-run inning. So he accounted for 3 of the 3 runs, knocking in 2, scoring 1. Down and in, no chance of throwing him out at second base. And now they tag him out because he overslid the bag. We've seen that quite often this year. Tough place to slow down, second base. Wide for a ball. So the second walk, the first one was out. There was a big play at second base getting that out. Colin Reddy, who went in to play center field when St. Mary's made a few changes. will be the hitter. The runner takes off in easily with a stolen base, and this time they stay on the base. Ready to replace Cash. Cash had struck out, but he got a big RBI double, knocking in the third run in that 3-run third inning. Low for a ball. Hit on the ground. He beats it for a base hit. Nice try by the shortstop Donahue, but it was deep in the hole. He had to go way to his right, backhand it. Coppola waited for the throw, went over to third. So first and third. And Kyle Ouellette will be up for the first time. He went in to play left field. On the corner for a strike. And going down to second is Ready. So this inning could have been a lot worse for Matt Young. The walk stole second, but slid over the bag and got tagged out. Otherwise, there'd be more damage here. Up and away for a ball. High again for a ball. Hit to center field. A couple of steps towards left center. Making the catch. Runner will tag and score. Coppola scores his second run. Ouellette gets a sacrifice fly. The only inning that St. Mary's didn't score was the fourth. Wide for a ball. And they're doing this with only the infield hit by Ready. The runner takes off easily into third base. So St. Mary's has found a home, getting on base and stealing. The only thing they haven't stolen is home. This is Connor Donahue up. He went in to play second base. Lydon had struck out twice, but in between he got an RBI single, a big 2-out hit that got St. Mary's that comfortable 4-0 lead. On the inside corner for a strike. And Derek Dean is going to go deeper to his bench. He's going to have TJ DeCenzo pinch it if he gets a chance, and he does. Third walk in the inning. And DeCenzo will hit for Nikola Kakis. Hit sharply in the left field for a base hit. So the pinch hitter gets in on the act. Reddy scores. DeCenzo gets an RBI. Moretti has reached an error, single the line to right. High for a ball. So 3 walks. And that's another 2-out hit for St. Mary's. Most of their runs have come with 2 outs. Line to left center field, another base hit. Bobbled out there. They're going to send the runner home. They won't get him. The error in the outfield. So Moretti gets a base hit for an RBI. DeCenzo goes to third on the hit, scores on the error in the outfield. And all of a sudden, it's 11-2. They got 4 runs in the inning. Three walks helping out, but again, 2-out Lightning. There was a 2-out error in the first. After a run-in, they got 2 big 2-out hits in the second for 2 runs. After 2 outs, they got 3 runs with 2 outs in the third. Now, with 2 outs, they get 3 more. The first one was out on a sacrifice fly. Way wide. Shaughnessy had to go way out to his right to get that one. And all of a sudden, those dark clouds come in. The breeze picks up a little bit. And that sun is virtually gone now. In for a strike. Jordan Kane is the 8th hitter in the inning. He's been up once, pinch hitting for Pacheco when he walked. Hits it foul to the screen. And we got Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Swing and a miss. They finally get out of the inning with the strikeout for the 3rd out. But again, 1 run in, and then 3 more score with 2 outs as they put 4 on the board. And they've opened up an 11-2 lead over Matignon at the end of 5. 3-4-5 for Matignon. And they swing through the pitch. Cal Donahue, the catcher, slapped in a 1-6-3 double play, singled in a run. He got a big 2-out hit. Looked like Matignon was making a little bit of a comeback when they cut the 4-0 lead to 4-2. But it's been all St. Mary's since then. They've outscored Matignon 7-0 since that 4-2. Hey, I don't have a St. Mary's sweatshirt. Hit deep to right center field. Reddy turns and chases it. Donahue gets his 2nd hit. Even the ball he hit for the double play was hit hard, so he's hit 2 shots. And that first hit given up by Moretti. Brian Shaughnessy, the catcher, singled, struck out, and he had to be thrown out at first when he swung at a pitch that went down the turf. High for a ball. Moretti had struck out 3 around a hit batsman. Line to right field. Pagluka, who just went into play right field, is stationed perfectly. Donahue tagged up and went to third. Some of the people are moving back as the rain is starting to come down. It was supposed to start a lot earlier. So we're lucky it is now a complete game. So the clouds come in, the sun goes away, and the wind picks up. People scurrying to get under cover. High for a ball is 3-0. This is John Cotter, who's pinch hitting for Capstead. And he walks on 4 pitches. Matt Vetrano was the third baseman. He's now the first baseman. And they tag him out at first. He got off the bag at first. They threw the ball down. DeCenzo tagged him out. They threw behind him. He went to the bag and stepped off to get a little bit of a lead. And they tagged him out. So there's 2 outs now. Chopped out in front of the plate. Quickly. Kano jumps out, grabs it, and he throws him out. And the rain starts to come, and people really hustling up in the stands, fast breaking up in the stands to get away from the rain. Watching all these people scurrying around. I've never seen her move this quick. So they get the leadoff double. He winds up at third. They also got a walk. And the walk was promptly picked off. That's the only walk of the game by St. Mary's pitching gets picked off. St. Mary's will have 6, 7, and 8. And it'll be John Cotter on the mound. So Capstead went 2, gave up 4 runs, 3 hits, walked 4, struck out 1, and error helped them, and now the rain starts to come very heavy. I think they're going to call him in. They're going to call the teams in. So it's a complete game. They're going to move the teams to the dugouts and wait to see what happens with the weather, but it's coming down really hard right now. St. Mary's leading it 11-2 going into the bottom of the 6th. That's going to be it. They're going to call it with the heavy rain coming down and no chance of anything lightening up. It's a game. Matignon was down to their last 3 outs anyway, trailing 11-2. St. Mary's got all they needed in the first 2 innings. In the first inning, Mateo singled, stole second, went to third in a ground ball, and scored on a throwing error on Mulready's ground ball. It was 1-0. They put it away really in the second inning. A triple by Bono, a base hit by Vidal. It was 2-0. And then Big was the story of the day. Big 2-out hits. After 2 consecutive outs, a double by Mateo. His second hit knocked in a run. a 2-out hit by Leiden, knocked in a run. It was 4-0. Matignon got 2 in the third. They did it with a little bit of 2-out lightning. A leadoff double. Turned out to be a sacrifice, so was thrown out at first. A triple by Tim Connors with 2 outs, knocked in a run, and then he scored on Donaghy's base hit. And that was it for Matignon as they got the 2 runs in the third inning. St. Mary's got it right back in the third. Again, a little 2-out lightning. A single, an out, a force out, a runner at first with 2 outs, a big walk to Vidal, a 2-run single by Coppola, an RBI single by Cash. 3 more runs. It was 7-2, and more 2-out lightning in the fourth. 2 leadoff walks. One was thrown out when he overslid the bag trying to steal. A base hit, a sacrifice fly by Ouellette, a walk to Connor, an RBI single by DeCenzo, an RBI single by Mulready. 4 more runs, more 2-out lightning, made it 11-2, and that was the final score. For St. Mary's, Mateo had a big day, a single, a double, a walk, scored 2, knocked in a run. Kyle Ouellette went into play for him, got a sacrifice fly. Leiden had an RBI single. Connor Donahue went into play second base. He drew a walk and scored a run. Anthony Nikolakakis played well, hit the ball hard twice, came up empty twice. DJ DeCenzo hitting for him, coming and playing for him, got an RBI hit. Anthony Bono had a triple, reached in a fielder's choice, scored twice. Lou Vidal was perfect. He had a single, 2 walks, knocked in a run and scored 2. Jared Coppola had a big day in the field. He had 4 plays in the first 2 innings, 2 putouts and 2 assists. He also had a base hit and a walk, knocked in 2 and scored 2. Tommy Cash had a double for an RBI. Colin Reddy, coming into play center field, had a base hit and scored a run. So everybody getting involved, everybody get to play. Mulready came in. Pacheco pitched the first 4. Mulready pitched the 5th and the 6th. He gave up 2 hits, struck out 3, walked 1. Pacheco went the first 4, gave up 2, 6 hits, struck out 2, didn't walk a batter. And St. Mary's wins their 11th game. So they want to keep going, keep pushing, get those wins, get a better seeding. They've already qualified for the tournament. On the other side, Matignon will lose for only the 3rd time. They're going to go to 12-3. They're already in the tournament as well. They could meet down the road again. So St. Mary's, everybody getting together and everybody coming up with some very big 2-out hits. And they put 11 on the board, 11 hits, 11 runs. And they win it 11-2 over Matignon. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.